And just like that, we're in here. Can I get a one if you can hear me? Let me scroll a little bit. Lag in the chat, but it's all good. Hey, Autumn Blue Rose, what's going on? Swafia, CJ, Poison Ivy, Religion Free. I mean, y'all off in this building like we got something to talk about. We do. What's going on, Crystal? I mean, we're thick in here. Ladies, you know, StreamYards only gives you, well, I guess it's a contract with YouTube, 100 characters for the title, right? I guess that's a good thing because I've been on wrote a whole paragraph for a title. Ladies, we got some shit to get into tonight. How do you narrow down what you're talking about? Because every time we come in here, right, the title says a couple things and it gets talked about, no doubt. But it's so many other things that end up being talked about, especially recently here, right? Because things are just so every day something's happening and you have to, you know, narrow down some shit. The thing is, while you're live, something else is happening. I can't tell you how many times I got the fuck up off of here. Okay. And more shit done happened since we clicked in live. Okay. Shit is happening at such a fast and amazing pace that sometimes I don't even know where to start. You can put together something that's breaking news, breaking fucking news. And by the time you get to your live stream, it's old news because so much other shit has happened since then. It's crazy to me. Aaliyah, what's going on?
Hey, hello in the chat. Nothing. I agree with you. It's just so much going on, and we only have a certain amount of time. So, but we'll talk about it. We'll always eventually get to it. It doesn't matter. We
Yeah,
don't have to rush to be first on everything. We'll eventually get
absolutely.
to it. If not, out here behind the wall. Y'all know how we give it up. It don't matter.
Yeah, we'll talk about some shit from 1731. Hey, I said we'll talk about some shit from 1731. And the thing is, sometimes it's breaking news to somebody that's newly divested. Sometimes it's breaking news to the mammies. They won't give you flowers for it, though. They'll just, mm. But somehow they end up talking about it at a later date. I find it interesting. You doing all right, Snapple?
Yes. I don't know why I'm laughing at already. I just know we're finna cut up, so I'm like anticipating.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as everything happening so fast and at a quick pace, as my favorite president says, we're the hottest country. Okay, our country was dead. We're the hottest country. He's gonna say that at every press conference. So we're the hottest country. Some shit is always going on. Everybody moving and shaking. So we trying to keep up with it. But yes, I love it. It's a lot going on.
I swear. Ladies, black men. Y'all know what swirlers are. You do. I don't have to go over that. It's people that date out. They're not divested. They're just dating somebody that's not black. They're black, but the person that they're dating is not black, and they don't have to be white either. It could be any other race. It's just they're swirling, okay? But I find it interesting that when you swirl, you somehow still be getting in trouble. How the fuck does that work? When black men swirl, they be minding their business, say a couple of damaging things, of course, but nobody's indicting them on shit, maybe some DV or something like that. But politically speaking, they don't speak up for the black community. Black male swirlers kind of said, fuck all that. Black female swirlers, on the other hand, though, they be hopping up and down on this non-black dig. And then when they roll over, wash their ass, and find a social medium, right, to talk on, social platform, whatever, they still got their fists in the air, and you're ending up fucked up out here. You ended up fucked up out here, and you're saying things that you shouldn't be saying. You know damn well that certain topics should be off the table for you. Certain people are watching you. You're trying to survive out here, but you won't. Just swirl, live your life, right? Live your best life that you claim you live in, and just be okay. But anyway, this thing, oh, I'm so proud of myself. I almost gave him the hard R. Jamie Foxx is an interesting character in that Black women absolutely love this man, whether it be for his talent, whether it be for his, acting skills, singing skills, rapping skills, whatever he's doing, comedy, whatever. One thing about it, though, Jamie has not made it unclear to you that Black women, he don't fuck with you like that. As long as you have your billfold open, your Apple Pay open, some sort of currency to go ahead and tip him the fuck off, you pretty much have no use for him. And from what I heard, Black men like natural women, do they? So we're gonna put Jamie in his natural state, right? Because bitch, you don't have a hairline, whore, and you're pretending like you have one, and you give Black women such a hard goddamn time about their goddamn hair. We're gonna go ahead and keep you in your natural state, you son of a bitch, right? Let's focus in on it, right? Because ain't that what Black men do? They focus in on your hair for some odd reason, bitch. You're just obsessed with Black women's hair. So since it's about hair a lot of the times with Black women, we're going to zoom in on your shit, okay? You ain't fooling nobody. You need to go natural, Jamie. That wig looks terrible, okay? It looks terrible. It don't look natural. You are 148 years old, but all your hair is still black. Knock it the fuck off. Talking about these crazy colors. I think your natural color might be gray at this point. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? But anyway, Jamie Foxx had a very, very devastating illness, accident. The jury's out on what actually happened. One outlet say he had a stroke. One outlet said he had a car accident. Whatever. I just know he was fucked up in the game. He was fucked up. He was almost up out of here, right? So once he got better, Black people, right, nursed him to health. He said that's not my words. Those are his. He said Black people nursed him back to health. Okay. When he got his Netflix series or comedy special, whatever the fuck this was, I don't know what it was. It was on Netflix this past December. Pull up. He sat at this piano and looked at the black women saying, you know, I now that I'm better, I have learned my lesson. No more white girls. This is what he said. He said it. Then he started playing the piano and he started singing the words, no more white girls. I need you to remember that. Okay. This was this past December. This past April, he was at, the EBT Awards, crying and acting a fool, giving what People magazine called a heartfelt speech about black folks and how they supported him, and black women were oohing and on. It was heartfelt. I wish you could see my air quotes. The shit was corny. Well, here's a few screenshots. Him throwing his award in the air, because you can still get awards in the black community, right? As a black man, when you don't fuck around with black women, but it's kind of tough for black women to get those same awards without being dragged. And it's like, okay, all right, I guess we'll give the bitch an award, right? So he's sitting up here just getting emotional with black people because black, and more black. Well, this was him the other day. Let's go.
What you
Everybody knows that.
I really wish I could play that clip from Netflix where he was promising you and singing to you, no more white girls. Why am I showing this? Well, here's the thing. You need to stop trying to pretend like somehow there's love in that community. Everybody's playing in your face right now, black women, during this reset. Everybody. That includes niggas that you done healed from devastating health catastrophes, right? And told you in not a different language, not shade, not subliminal. He said it right out. I ain't fucking with the snow bunnies no more. And the way y'all was clapping, y'all, you should see that clip, okay? Bitches was clapping, and you know how you so happy that your mouth is open as far as it can go. If you opened it anymore, right, you would break your goddamn jaw, bitch. They were happy as fuck. Aaliyah, where you at with it so far? Because I find this interesting.
That whole show, and I watched clips of it on YouTube because I wasn't about to sit and watch that shit like that for real. Because I wanted to see what had everybody so touched about what he said. That whole show was nothing but pandering to black women, that whole entire show. But I'm still trying to figure out what the problem is for black women. Because like you said before, Jamie Foxx hasn't fucked with a black woman in years.
They believed him, Aaliyah. I think it's hope. You know how black women go to church and some of them actually pray for men, right? You are asking Jesus to get dicked down. Let me say that again. You're asking the Holy Trinity for some pipe. You are pathetic, bitch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know, I get it. It's because they are always the damn loudest anytime something happens to one of them niggas when they don't fuck with y'all. And then they can't handle it when they finally get to see it with their own eyes, that they really don't give a fuck about them like that for real. Jamie Foxx ain't fucked with a black woman in the last 20 years, if not longer. When you think about it, he spent at least 6 of those years with Katie Holmes alone. Again, but this ain't, I know this ain't our people, so I'm just gonna say y'all mammies do y'all, because y'all gonna do this every time they show up like this, and they always gonna show up like this. Ain't shit changed.
Snapple, you got anything? And let me promise y'all something real quick before this lovely lady start talking. We finna have some fun tonight at the mammy's expense. And I can guarantee you we're going to get 2 more divested women brand new to the goddamn community tonight. I can promise you that. Because what we finna do tonight, they're... Snapple, how you doing, girl?
Yes, yes, for the baptism. I'm here for the 2 newly baptized, divested sistren. Welcome. By the end of the live, it'll happen, I'm sure. But I was gonna say, what the hell did he get an EBT award for? Because what the fuck is he doing? But I guess it was for the Netflix special, I guess. No, the Jamie Foxx show was so whack. Out of like all the old sitcoms, that one was so fucking boring to me. But what was I gonna say? Yes, I remember when he was about to kick the bucket, and I don't know what happened with that, but let us know what's funny. I mean, wow. So are the mammies outraged? Like, what is it given? We see some meltdowns online because
they were feeling away. You know how somebody always say, "I knew it." After the fact, I saw a bunch of those comments. Why did y'all believe he was gonna get whatever? He never is. But when he said that shit, ovulation, lactation, all that good shit, menstruation was happening at the same time. You believed him, bitch. You believed him, whore.
And they have no shame because you could literally probably just scroll back down to whatever blog was posting that special and see those same raggedy hoes in the comments cyber slurping his ass. And now fast forward, they're like, "Oh well, we knew." Don't try to sound like us, bitch. Don't try to act like you knew or you wasn't here for it. Y'all already know, y'all thirsty ass mammies. Every time, all a nigga has to do is literally wink at y'all, and y'all just melt. It's so fucking pathetic, and they know it. They know that all they want to sell a Netflix special. They need some coin because who the fuck was gonna watch his Netflix? Who gives a fuck about Jamie Foxx? But he knew all he had to do was pander to some mammies, and they was gonna run them numbers up and give them some good ratings. So I guess right now he doesn't have anything to promote, so he's out with the snow bunny. He's out with the snow bunnies.
That part, ladies. We don't give a shit about Black dudes messing around with white girls. That's their business. I'm minding my business. In real life, ladies, please mind your business. Let them go. I've actually do that several times. It would be for the betterment of your soul if you stop feeling sulky every time you see one of those couples. Here's the thing. When it comes to you Black women, Jamie Foxx said this. He just got out of a car with about 4 to 5 white women. And he got up there. He got to where he is because this here was his humble beginnings. He climbed on your back, stomped on your neck, turned around after he got over the threshold and flipped you the fuck off, bitch. This is embarrassing. I can sit here for another hour and just dissect this photo alone. The lips, the wig, the cock eyes, right? This is what the fuck he did. He sat there with broad shoulders, bad goddamn grammar, okay? Willing to take care. Wanda, this character, right? Always was thirsting. She always had the bill when she finally got a date. She was just happy to have a man, and she was ready to fuck every time. What she said, Aaliyah? I'm ready to go. Every time she was ready to fuck, she said, I'm ready to go. The dude would be trying to run away from her, the character, right? And she'd snatch him back there. This is how he did y'all Black women. What's up, Aaliyah?
No, I was just gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, "Hey, I rock your world for real." Let me stop that.
That's what the fuck
it ain't funny, y'all, but that's what I thought you were finna say. He was saying.
I got you, and I'm ready to go. Look how he did you, Black women. Mammies, seriously? Is it that you laughed at this because it's better than crying? It's better than acknowledging that this was embarrassing to you. It's better than admitting that whole group of Black men, right? David Allen Greer, Keenan Ivory Wayans, all his brothers, always clowned you. And then when they dispersed out here, David Allen Greer, he ended up with an Asian woman. Y'all already know the tea with Jamie Foxx. Keenan Ivory Wayans is with a white woman right now, right? When he harassed actually Kim, is her name Fields? What's the girl that played on In Living Color with them? Is it Kim Fields? Okay.
Yeah, that's her.
That's what it is. Okay. As they climbed on your back, they ended up in big budget films. I mean, he's over there in Marvel Universe while you're over in Tyler Perry Studios as a single mother about to rob a fucking bank. I'm looking at the chat. This is what they did. Now, while you over there in Tyler Perry Studios about to rob a bank and you struggle loving around this bitch, okay? The real actress, Taraji, out here still with her fist in the air. They leave, turn around, spit in your face, and keep doing what the fuck they do. Snapper, you got anything? Because he ended up in a lot of big budget films. Yes, ma'am.
What is this Marvel character? Is he supposed to be like an ashy Trayvon Martin ghost in the
No,
season?
no.
Do he got
Oh,
any Skittles in Arizona with him in the character? Because that
No.
like he look like a thug, an ashy ghost thug.
Ladies in
Whatever
the chat,
Marvel character this is.
this Marvel
That's his
character is called Electro, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. The Marvel character is Electro.
He about to rob a haunted house.
Damn.
I think we had the wrong Kim, DZ. It was two Kims. They in the chat they saying it's Kim Cole, so that was the other one that played St. Clair. Okay,
Gotcha.
so it's Kim Cole's.
Got you. It's one of them Kims. Hell, their sister name was Kim too. Kim. It was a lot of Kims around this bitch. Oh my goodness! I almost told a racist Asian joke. Hey, I said, let me get my shit together. I think this character's name was Electro. All right, but yeah, these Marvel movies are big budget. Miss Straw, it costs millions of dollars to make these Marvel films. Pull up, right? Let's go down just a taste. Okay, he was in your face with stuff like this. Several of them, unapologetically, right? Melanin gone. And here you are at his Netflix special, clapping and flipping upside down, looking like a drunk ass Kool-Aid guzzler. Because he said he wasn't fucking with what. Are you serious right now? Are you? I think it's funny. It's sad, but it's funny because I know you're not going to stop. Aaliyah, you got anything? Because I want to say something, and sometimes I'm gonna call on you because I don't want to go against community guidelines. You know how I talk.
Hey, like I'm gonna be any better. I guess we'll both call on Snapper when we get stuck. This YouTube, man. We it's hard up here, y'all. You have to know the struggle.
I think so. The mammies, they thought that they were going to see Jamie Foxx playing pickleball with a black woman. Remember they said he was playing pickleball while he was in a coma, and all of a sudden all the blacks knew what pickleball was. So they expected to see a cute black woman in her pickleball outfit, but no, he ain't fucking with y'all like that. Y'all stupid for falling for it. Y'all always gonna fall for it.
He turned 2 white women into baby mamas, right? He slurped from up under the nuts of Tom Cruise, because this is where this woman came up. Pull up. That's where she came from, not came up. She came up on her own merit. So X that. He was up under Tom Cruise's nuts trying to get some crumbs off the table. That's what I was going for. But yeah, that part. But Jamie, here's the thing. I know what's up with you for real, for real. I said, I know what's up with you for real, for real. When you tumble out of that bed with the Becky of the hour, you'll be hanging with P. Diddy. Well, you did, because he's not available right now. P. Diddy's not available right now, homeboy. So please be very clear. This is not the only snapshot, because you was around for those days. You was around for that baby oil. I wonder if you would have put some mint oil in that baby oil, right? Would it have helped your god-awful hairline? I'm looking at the chat. Black women, stop this shit. Stop it, okay? Anybody got anything on Jamie Foxx lying ass before I move around? No.
I really don't, because like I said, ain't nothing they doing is surprising to me. I'm not surprised that he didn't learn anything. He reverted back to his old ways or whatever. And people gonna make the argument, well, he was a comedian. Maybe he was just joking. When he said that behind the piano, that's gonna be the argument. Oh, he a comedian. He was just joking. He wasn't serious. Well, we knew that. So I mean, it is what it is. I guess I'm expecting them. They're doing exactly what I expect them to do at this point.
That boy look creepy as shit. Ah, well, keep it up, mammies. Next swirler. I got a question, y'all. I'm serious. Mammies, I'm talking to you. Let's be friends tonight. Let's be friends because I got a question and I'm going to respectfully ask you a question. Is it that they just have to be black and male and you're just going to say they fine? Is that what it is?
Girl.
Because this
I'm sorry. I was thinking the same thing. Go ahead.
he looks terrible. Ladies, every time I see him, this is what I see. Be very clear. So, mammies, I ask you again, is it that they just black and male and you be like, they fine? Because let me try to see if I can get with your logic. The oppression, the fact that a black man made it into Hollywood, you have to support him because he's black, because not very many make it. Is that the T? Because I'm going to tell you something. He uglier than a motherfucker, okay? Well, ladies, he was spotted in London. You know, he's been in a lot of black movies, a lot of them. And black women have been lusting over him for quite some time. Okay. There's a fan page, several of them of him on Facebook. There's a couple fan groups about him on Twitter. It just is what it is. I can't stop calling that place Twitter. It's X, Twitter, whatever. Okay. So this is what was spotted. And oh my God, the meltdowns were crazy. What? I didn't expect that. Then we had, of course, the other mammies that was, what y'all thought he liked black women. I could tell just by looking at him that he don't like. Boy, he is giving her the thank God I made it stare. I can't wait to get Brad's daughter in the bedroom. Because, baby, be very clear. That's where he wants to be. That's where he wants to be. And that's where he's going to be. And get this. You're going to still support him. Okay? You're still, those of y'all that only date black men, it would behoove you to stop supporting these dudes. It's already not enough of them to go around for y'all stupid asses. I mean, because between bussies, 2 coochie minimum, no job, barely can read, y'all up against it, right? Y'all even agreeing to polyamory. So if that's your place in the world, your situation, if I may, how is it that you're going to continue to support this? Okay, I know the black community doesn't like me, and I don't give a fuck. How about that part? But I'm asking you, your POV, is it because it hurts too bad? So you're going to pretend? I don't know. Well, ladies, there is a video that accompanies this, and I want to show it to you. He looks pretty happy. Let's go. Yeah. I remember there was a movie back in the day with him and Kerry Washington. Okay, that's when the lust started. This was years ago. Okay, and Kerry Washington has a very front seat, a backstage pass to what these niggas really think. And it was just so disappointing to see Kerry go ahead, and bed up with one of the motherfuckers too. Ladies, I'm stuttering because I'm trying to be good up here. I'm trying to keep the channel or whatever. But they were in a movie a long time ago. Carrie was new. He was new. And the movie was about him busting her. They were together and him busting her in the bed with another woman. It was a crazy movie, whatever. But she has a backstage pass and she still went for them. I don't know if these people sold their soul or whatever, but black women, they got y'all on lock. And whenever they get a chance, they come out on Front Street showing you that you ain't it. Okay, this man has made a lot of money off of black women, And I need y'all to stop being triggered, stop supporting, divest, and walk away. The thing is, they're triggering you with some real weird shit because we're going to get to it. All right. You know good and well that he knows about public displays of affection and he wanted you to see that. Do you believe me? Do you believe me when I tell you he's very aware of camera placement? And he wanted you to see that, black women. Okay, the fact of the matter is you ain't going nowhere. Aaliyah, you got anything so far? And look, Aaliyah, before you go, you don't have to get on BBL, Black Women, because he is sitting there squeezing on what looks to be some flat Cinnabons. You around here with your mocha buns around this bitch, but he is into flat Cinnabons. So now you don't wasted money on the BBL. Aaliyah, take me away.
I think Kerry Washington, they still, Black women are always trying to prove something to the Black community. I guess she felt it was her duty to end up with a Black man after they kept throwing in her face that a lot of her co-stars were white men. Like, why is she always somewhere bed winching up with a white man? That's what they said about after Scandal. And then she had a couple more other movies after that. Like Lakeview Terrace was another one. And then she had like a couple other movies after that. But why is every time she playing a movie, she with a white man and all this? And so a lot of them fall for that bullshit. Like that's why she's so over the top now trying to prove her Blackness to the Black community. Yeah. But I will say this, at least we know she's definitely not with him for his looks, because he's no looker. And I have yet, to be honest with you, Dizzy, I have yet to hear at least one Black woman have a good experience after meeting him. The stories have all been pretty consistent, because the word is he is very rude, arrogant, unfriendly, and very dismissive of his fans. Several people have said that they have had the opportunity to meet him. I won't say it was fortunate, because apparently it was they weren't that fortunate. And a lot of people, they feel like they treat their fans like that. They don't understand that's very off-putting. And I get that sometimes people don't want to be bothered, but that shouldn't be the only takeaway all your fans have when meet you for the first time. Despite what these celebrities think, they do need regular folks to buy and support the bullshit that they're putting out. And seeing as how the majority of these movies and this music has been ass lately, you would think they would be a lot more humble and appreciative. I will say that. But yeah, I'm not surprised he's not with a Black woman, because he doesn't really like Black women. In his case, he doesn't even pretend to, at least not for the women who have met him in person.
That part. I've heard that too. His nephew even said the damn shit, okay? He told his nephew, ladies, cut off your dreads, because nobody's gonna take you serious that way. Bitch, don't nobody take you serious. Don't nobody take the collective of Black male serious. I don't give a damn if he went and get a Carlton Banks do, bitch. Don't nobody. Who do you think you are? Whenever the white man says your time is up, it's up. So be comfortable while you can, bitch. Don't you? How you, child? What's happening, Snapple?
Now, I get these niggas mixed up, but wasn't he in the Black Mirror episode where he fell in love with his homeboy and
yes,
playing like the video game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure.
We did a watch party on that shit.
Oh, and that was quite a depiction, because the mammy wife, ended up finding out and accepting it and staying with him and allowing it. So that was a quite art imitating life. But yeah, I did see a little bit of mammies crashing out over this. I saw some of them saying like, oh, they're probably filming a movie. They were like in denial. So
look, Sample People Magazine, the way mammies was flipping the fuck out, People Magazine went ahead and did a piece, because they weren't going to do anything. It was just, two motherfuckers minding their business or whatever. But People Magazine was like, oh shit, it's getting traction. Let me do a piece. So
and that's why they doing all of that. I guess he said so, since they watching, they both say let's give them something to look at. Mm-hmm. So that's why they started doing all that. But his most recent comments about Captain America got his ass dragged. He was just recently canceled not that long ago. Or so I thought he was supposed to be canceled. I'm actually not a fan, nor have I ever been. I'm not even trying to be funny. I can't tell you one movie he's ever been in. I'm sure I've seen him before, but he must have not been a lead man, or any of his roles couldn't have been that memorable. I just don't watch enough of this new shit, I guess. I prefer the older movies, back when actors and actresses were really actually talented, before most of them started talking more and more and we got to see their real personalities. At any rate, y'all should be used to this shit by now. I'm not doing this with Black women. The last meltdown y'all had over a white woman, the media talked about that shit for over 3 weeks. And now she got all kind of endorsement deals and everything. Y'all are the ones that's keeping a lot of this shit going. But more power to them, though. I know damn well It wasn't none of our people over there melting down. Let me find out it was some of y'all in this audience.
Now, please take this mic, because I got some funny shit. Let me quit being goofy. Let me stop. All right. Snapple said, fuck it. I'm a scroll.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Was he in Get Out as well? I don't know this motherfucker. He looked like a roach to me.
I don't think he was in Get Out.
No, that was Daniel Kaluuya.
See, I be getting these motherfuckers mixed up. They all look alike to me. But
go ahead.
Okay. You ready? I'm just trying to talk because you told me to say that.
Okay, check it. Y'all look at this screen. Ladies, like with the other lady that Aaliyah was talking about, I'm sure she was talking about Sydney Sweeney because she's triggered the fuck out of y'all. This ain't no different. Look at this woman. That's why I ask y'all, please take a fucking breath. Look at her. You didn't see her when she was, sucking face with homeboy. But I need you to, I said, look at her.
Right. You ain't right.
Look at this. Did you hear what I said? I said, look at this bitch. She looks like the moon, and you are triggered. Why don't you just mind your business and go the fuck on? Please, I'm begging you. You are making it bad for the rest of us who don't give a fuck. Or I can't. I didn't make that moon. This is how the internet depicted the moon. I said, Google, show me a picture of the moon with a face on it. And that's what the fuck I got. Okay? So ain't nobody throwing shade. The goddamn resemblance is uncanny around this bitch. And he looking at you like, you jealous? And you playing into their hands just like you did with Sydney. We had a very long talk about that behind the wall. It's worth listening to because, darling, you're so easy to play. Why don't you start loving yourself and walk away? Look, this girl here is being placed above you, moon face and all, and you're triggered. I wouldn't give a solid fuck. I promise you. Anyway, it's Neville. Go ahead. I felt you, girl. I felt you.
And then he was grabbing on air. So these girls, her behind, he was grabbing on air. And it's like these girls are keeping themselves fat and thick and overweight and trying to have big fat asses. And for the same niggas that literally will go get a flat, no ass at all, which no problem, by the way. I think there is nothing wrong with that. Everybody don't need to be walking around with these big ass bubble butts. All right. Some people got it naturally. That's cool. Keep it right. Keep it tight. But there's some Black women who purposely gain weight and they purposely won't get healthy and fit because they want to stay looking like that for these niggas. And it's like, y'all doing that and they will leave you for Beckisha and she have them grabbing on air. Exactly. An imagination back there.
Natural bodies that are fit are gorgeous. Natural bodies that are fit are gorgeous. Okay, it just is what it is, y'all. You don't need all that extra ass meat back there. It looks terrible. You look like a clown.
The thing is, it's not really. The sooner they realize that it's not really about body type, it's not hair texture, it's not. You're the wrong color. Period. It doesn't matter. That's the reason why they talk about y'all like a dog and go and get with a fat Becky. It don't matter. That wasn't the problem. That wasn't what they was looking for. She didn't have to be fit because she's the right color. That's all that matters to them. Black men have always been some of the most colorist men ever. And then they sit up here and play like that's the women. Who has perpetuated that shit? Mostly the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
We know where a lot of this shit came from, just like all these huge asses and everything else. See, that was never meant as a compliment to Black women because I see this shit all the time. When these niggas up in these gyms, they know how to find a Black woman with the type of body type when they can use her for something.
Yep.
There was niggas going around here using these women to record they workout videos for them and everything. I said, see, that's what killed me about them motherfuckers. Any other time you can't find a Black woman for no other reason, but when it's something that's going to benefit you, trust me, you'll go and find one.
Again, ladies, you literally, let me see something, because this little thing acting up. Let him stand on your neck, okay? and go to big budget films. He's in Marvel Universe as well. Aaliyah mentioned earlier, right, that he is Captain America now. That was one of the worst moves they ever made, Aaliyah. The first Captain America was finer than a motherfucker. I forget his
Chris
name, but he was,
Evans, yes.
oh my God.
You know they was doing all that gender swapping, race swapping, changing all the races to all the characters, and then they was pretending like they didn't understand why people was getting mad about it, like that DEI diversity bullshit. Now it's like, no, some shit don't need to be fucked with. Stop changing old characters and develop new characters. But since there's no originality there, or because they trying to stick it to white folks, primarily white men, they're taking all the roles and changing the race of the men, and it's stupid as hell. And and it's like, stop doing that, because they
I've
tried that
seen
with our.
I've seen
Mhm.
all the Captain Americas, but I'm not watching the one with him. My husband watched the one with him because he, he's a Marvel head. But I don't want to see him as Captain America. Move around. I didn't want to
I
see him
didn't
play
watch
no
the
part
shit
in it.
either. I
Thank you.
didn't watch it. I don't. I've been gave up on Marvel a long time ago. Cause like I said, I guess I'm done with Hollywood and entertainment. Period, including all the movies and the music. If it's not some of the older stuff, a lot of the older stuff actually. Because like I said before,
The
um,
celebrity
this
has passed away, Aaliyah, because everybody's a celebrity now. All it takes is to go viral. Of course, it's only 15 minutes, but Hollywood got unalived when the internet and social media became a thing because anybody can be popular now. So, some of
yeah.
these celebrities, quote unquote, got podcasts. Hell, we got a first lady that has a podcast. What?
It's just that I guess with this previous election, it brought out, you got finally got to see a lot of people for who they really were. And you got to see a lot of these personalities and the way a lot of these people talk. And I even said it then, like, we liked y'all a lot better when we didn't know who you really were, and we didn't have all this access to y'all, and we didn't get to see you on social media and read your thoughts and everything to see just how sick and twisted a lot of you really are. So
Hmm.
it's like you actually like these people when all you had was their art as a reference to go by. Like, you like their movies, you like their music. And then when you got on the internet, you started seeing that these really some trash ass people.
Did
So
y'all hear
it's
what
gonna
Aaliyah
be
just
very
said?
hard.
Did y'all
Huh?
hear did y'all hear what Aaliyah just said? Ladies, it
Hmm.
goes for Gen Pop as well. People don't need to know your goddamn inner thoughts at your job. Make sure that your performance there and is on point. That's all they need to know. As soon as they start seeing your inner thoughts that you post on these social medias, you end up getting fired. Because what Aaliyah just said, they stop liking you as much when they start hearing about how your mind is twisted a little
Yeah.
bit. It just is what
All
it is. It
this.
go for the celebrity and the regular motherfucker.
Because they've done this with all these politics and everything, and no matter how much people tell them, hey, y'all need to focus on y'all art and stay in y'all lane, they just will not do it. And it's like you alienate so many different people from so many different fan bases, but they're so arrogant, they're running around now talking about, well, we don't need your support of your business anyway. And it's like, oh,
Okay.
really? Well, let me keep my green money then, and fuck you and fuck this tired ass movie. How about that? A lot of
That
them
part.
have gotten very fucking disrespectful. That's why I said earlier, y'all, whether y'all want to admit it or not, you need the people to buy this shit and support this bullshit you putting out. And seeing as how the majority of it has been ass, let me reiterate. You would think a lot of these bitches will humble themselves actually, because a lot of y'all
Andrea.
can't be doing much better than the average Joe, because y'all doing
Andrea,
some of the same
hold on a
things
second,
that
Aaliyah.
we're doing.
I got to say something real quick. Andrea Wahlberg, yes. 3 letters. Yes. I tell the ladies behind the wall all the time, I'm married but not blind. Finer than a motherfucker. You understand? It's unfair how fine he is. It's unfair to other men how fine that man is. It's ridiculous. Sorry, not
And you
sorry.
want to know who he had a crush on?
Who?
Kiki Palmer.
Lord help me. Take me. Get me up out of here. Kiki, you ain't shit, girl.
I'm
Wow.
serious. And look at what she chose and what she got a baby by now.
Lord have mercy. I'm starting to think some of y'all are psychopaths.
A
One of
lot
them,
of people wanted to know what the fuck her problem was. Like, girl, are you insane?
it's a lady on our list tonight that actually got called a psychopath by somebody that has a psychology background, but we'll get to it. Ladies, I didn't know who this woman was on the screen until she fucked up. She fucked up bad. Her name is Doreen St. Felix, and she's a writer from the New Yorker. She's very accomplished. Just before you know anything about her, she literally is gorgeous. And sometimes, ladies, like the ticker at the bottom says, sometimes it's just best to not say anything, especially if you got your face out, right? Especially if you have something to lose, okay? And those of you that don't have anything to lose, sometimes honor your fellow sister by not throwing those shots out there that we could get hit by strays, okay? Well, Aaliyah was talking about Miss Sweeney and how it triggered a lot of black women, and it triggered this girl here. So let's get the fuck into it. All right. Doreen is so accomplished that her motherfucking ass, of course, wrote at the New Yorker. Okay. She's in Critics Notebook. She wrote for MTV, right? Time Magazine, New York Vogue, The Fader, right? Pitchfork. Okay. She also made Forbes 30 under 30 when she was under 30 years old. Girl, work that. Let that bitch cook. Okay. Doreen, what's the matter with you? Why, girl? Let's keep going. So she got triggered by the Sydney Sweeney jeans situation, and she wrote this article in the New Yorker, and it was just pathetic. She's a beautiful writer, but this right here got her taken the fuck out, okay? She got, triggered by folks lusting, and she called this girl the Aryan princess. Well, when you ask for smoke, sometimes a fire is going to start. When you came at what you called the Aryan princess, her men took up for her like they're supposed to. Be very clear about that. Okay. So they went digging. And when they went digging, they hit a gold mine of her old tweets where she was cutting the fucking fool, and where these goddamn sentiments that she had in her head were no longer acceptable in this reset. Okay. So let's go. The first one they put up, she says she hates white men. She said, you all are the worst. Go nurse your fucking Oedipal complexes and leave Earth to the Browns and the women. You was feeling it that day, home girl. Now, these tweets are 10 years old. 10 years old. But be very clear, ladies. The internet does not forget. It doesn't forget. And if you are a professional, if you've changed your ways, if you're newly divested and you used to type shit like this, you better get your ass to your social media and either shut it down or go delete those tweets. Point blank, period. And don't, hold on, Aaliyah, and don't tell nobody that you're going to do it. Because if you tell somebody that you're going to do it, they're going to meet you there and they're going to screenshot it, kind of like this bitch did here. Huh? You are getting accolades from all over the place. Time Magazine, MTV. You work for the New Yorker. Girl, Forbes 30 under 30, and you talk like this? Everything that made you came from the men that you put on here that you hate. Huh? Ladies, it goes on and on and on and on and on. This girl had some feelings. Ladies. And it done fucked her the fuck up. So much so that she can't even respond anymore. She went back and deleted them, but ladies, they got them. It's much too late. Ladies, please protect your image. Please protect your image. So the New York Post got a hold of it. Oh, you work for the rival team? Well, check this out, bitch. We're going to go ahead and show your screenshots, and we're going to tell motherfuckers that you deleted them. And by the way, we're going to show them. Ladies, you are public enemy number one. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just take what I'm saying and roll, right? You cannot do shit like this. You cannot. She talked about white folks' hygiene. She talked about how they smell. She talked about a lot of shit having to do with colonialism. And it was horrible, ladies. And when I show you what her actual problem is, you're going to fall out your chair. What's happening, Aaliyah? My bad.
Oh, no. I was just thinking, this was over 10 years old. I'm pretty sure she forgot all about that shit. And, I guess some people really don't know what they do now, but at first they didn't know how far you could really go back. I think a lot of people are not, they think that once they get but so old that you can only go back but so far. And that's not true.
It's not true. Ladies, there's a way that you can see deleted tweets, and I will talk to you about that in Discord. Be very clear. I told you, ladies, that you are on somebody else's platform. You are a guest in somebody else's house. Black men didn't build you anything. Therefore, you are a guest in somebody else's built house. And mammies, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Black people help build this up under duress, but we help build it, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, if it's true the way you saying it, you were captured, conquered, and made to do it. You don't get to say that you helped build when you did it up under duress, right? Ladies, I hope you believe me at this point, because be very clear. She's not the only one that this is happening to. Because again, public enemy number one. There's so many Black women falling flat on their face right now as we speak because of old ass tweets from when they was 22. You know how fiery the fuck you are when you're 22 years old. Your mouth is spicy and everything goes with your face out, right? Showing locations. I'm at this, blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Don't let youth fuck you the fuck up. Stample, you got anything so far?
Yes, I hope she's proud of herself. Imagine allowing yourself to crash out and ruin your career because a white girl did an ad with some fucking jeans. I mean, my goodness. And, you know, she wrote that article. She called her an Aryan princess. So, Dizzy, when you were speaking, you said, you know, if you're newly divested, clean that shit up, whatever. If you're newly divested, you wouldn't be writing nothing like this, because you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're somebody with your head on straight,
let me correct it real quick.
Okay.
If you're newly divested and you used to write shit like this, if you got something from 10 years ago that you wrote like this and then you had a pivot, that's what I meant.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, somebody with their head on straight wouldn't have written an article like this that got people on her ass and that made people want to start digging. You know, if you're gonna say something, at least be on the right side of history. At least have some sense. I don't understand this irrational behavior of some people, and you know, it's ridiculous. It's a commercial, and a commercial made her do this shit. And then for her to be on that Twitter way back when talking about she hates white men and white people that have horrible hygiene and all this shit. Who the fuck founded the New Yorker? Who's running these institutions that she's working for? Who's, you know, she's not at Ebony magazine, or I don't know, what's a black magazine, a defunct black network, fucking EBT network. You know what I'm saying? She's over there at the New Yorker writing about an American Eagle ad. Okay, so you hate white people, so why the fuck are you over here? Why aren't you working at a black publication, bitch? Yeah, you're gonna get paid in food stamps, bitch. Yeah, you ain't gonna really be able to make nothing of yourself, but you hate white people, right, bitch? So why the fuck are you over here? Why are you even in this conversation? And it's the audacity for me. You on the white man's internet, on the white man's app, working in the white man's institution, and you have the audacity to be sitting up here talking this shit. But you know why it never got better for her? She never learned, because she got rewarded for this shit as the token fucking black in these woke ass wannabe anti-white culture that we were in. And now she done fucked around and found out. She didn't realize that we were in the motherfucking reset, and that shit is unacceptable now. Ain't nobody going for that shit anymore. So I'm glad she fucked around and found out, because excuse me, how dare you, bitch? And somebody in the chat said Sydney should sue. Like, what the fuck you mean Aryan princess? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? These people are crazy.
Ladies, please stay to the end, because you know how I normally have a closing video. Today I got two, because you in trouble. Today I have two because you're in trouble. Aaliyah, were you getting ready to say something? Because I'm getting ready.
I said, you know, it never ceases to amaze me that this keeps on happening. And I guess people think we just get up here and we be talking for our health. Now, y'all ladies know behind the wall, how long have we been telling y'all to delete all this bullshit? Stop putting all this shit up there, all this social media shit. Do not make it so these people can go back and dig up all this old shit. We have talked to y'all ad nauseum about that behind the wall. I don't know if some of y'all, especially the younger ones, if you think, oh, they just old, times are changing, people are different, you know, they don't know what the hell they talking about. But if you listen, If you really truly listen and take in what we're trying to tell you, there is nothing that we have not said that has not come to pass in some kind of way. Because we told y'all about that social media shit, and be careful with the digital footprints that y'all are leaving behind. And guess what? Everything went straight to hell with that T out. Y'all see what happened with that? See, it's the shit we keep telling y'all to try to avoid, so you don't have to go through all this public humiliation and work and wreck and tear your life apart and ruin everything that you've ever worked for because you emotional in that fucking moment. And you probably didn't long forgot about what your ass said. And you may have even changed your opinion, or you don't even think the same way. But it's too late. You can't take it back.
Ladies, that's behind my wall. If y'all in that chat right now, y'all know that I've told y'all the F word is fuck. But there's another F word that you need to stay the fuck away from when you out here in these streets. If you remember what it is that I told y'all in Discord, that other F word was, go ahead and put it in the chat. And believe me, ladies, when I tell you all those tweets I just showed you, right? I didn't bring all of them. I said, I didn't bring all of them. She was real fucking passionate. Something was going on with that girl at the time. Okay. She did all of those tweets within a year. They're available on multiple platforms if you're interested in what the fuck it said. Okay. Listen, let me scroll just a taste. Hey, Ashy Lip Alley. Chapstick Alley. What is it called, Snapple? Ashy Lip or Chapstick?
It's Ashy Lip Alley. Oh my God. What them hoes over there saying?
Well, having to do with the subject that we're talking about. Ladies, they feeling it, and I promise you that they would. I'm seeing some of you sounding like us now because, ladies, when I tell you I'm hated on Lipstick Alley, them hoes hate my guts. And that's wonderful because that means they listening. So check it. This particular person, having to do with that article, having to do with Doreen St. Félix, she said, I advise y'all not to dismiss this story just because it came from the Post. Do not pigeonhole it as another Sydney Sweeney story. She said, scrutinize it. She put yes. She said, whether or not you think anti-whiteness is justified, know that it is, let me clear my throat, no longer acceptable, no longer tolerated, right? She said it can get you fired or canceled. She said it in this current vibe shift, what you call AKA a reset. So I got questions, ladies, because I know y'all been around the internet streets and y'all know good and hell well how they talk about us over here. They said that we were extreme, delusional, and all that good shit, that some black men hurt our feelings or whatever. Why is it that they are using the same talking points when it comes to what we're talking about tonight, right? Just changing up a couple little things. It's not a reset. It's a vibe shift type shit. Stuff is no longer being tolerated. Ladies, that stuff that y'all used to put on the internet in 2015, 2020 even, with the way you would talk about your melanin and how everybody else was, alteration of fruit flies and fruit bats and all that extra shit, be very clear. That day has come and gone. It's over. You can't do that. Now you are being socially credited for the way you show up out here. That sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Okay. Aaliyah, you got anything? This post right here, I'm like, wait, hold on a second.
Surprised. That's the shit that they do. And they feel like they're old. They don't see the problem with it. That they come behind us. And like I said, it wouldn't piss me off so bad if I didn't know for a fact that these are the people that have gone around for years bashing us to their audience. Like we are nobodies. The best we can hold for is a little over 1,000 people in our chat. Sometimes we don't even get that. And that's fine. I'm cool with that. Like I said before, we ain't got to have 1 million followers. I don't need that many motherfuckers over here worried about what we got to say. But at the same time, we talk about people that have had thousands of people in their chat while they going to town talking shit about us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what pisses me off, because then after saying all of that shit, after you talked about us and called us every name in the book, me especially, but all of us, you sit up here and you saying the same exact damn thing verbatim almost. It's fucked up, but that's how miserable, that's how these bitches are really actually. So I wouldn't expect no less. They hop on whatever is going on. And they really didn't expect people to like our message, and they really didn't expect people to fuck with us. And because they curse too much, that's not ladylike. It's weird that everything that they had to say negative about us is the same shit all of them doing now.
Pull up.
It's weird to me how it was so fucked up when we got on here using the language that we was doing. Everybody named Mammy had something to say.
It's an emergency. How many times have I told y'all ladies it was an emergency room at the time? Hell, it's still an emergency room, but now it's upgraded to a fucking trauma unit because now the reset is happening, right? We got bitches on Lipstick Alley sounding just like us, sounding the alarm. Hey, ladies, please stop doing this. Please don't ignore this. Stop doing that. Get your shit together. Really? So by default, are you extreme? Are you? Ladies, not only did she delete her tweets, she made her Instagram private. Is it social media that you're making private because you're being judged socially and it could kind of mess with your bag? Girl, you had everything. And I'm not saying that they're going to let her go, but things are going to change around that office. Be very clear. Everything you had gained, you didn't get that from Black folk. You didn't get that from Tyrone and Lamar and Quantavious. You didn't, but you were fighting for them and other Black women that could. Black women don't like each other. Even when they telling the truth, they're going to take the message away and start talking about their personality or how somebody said it. I don't give a fuck how I said it. I'm telling you it's go time and you better get your shit together because ladies, they are watching the fuck out of you. You are up to bat. You're on stage and the spotlight is on you right now because of your performance in November. Pull up. I got a question for you, though, Doreen, right? They say over there on that article, because they went the fuck in on your ass, that your property that you live at is a $1.3 million Brooklyn gated community. Now, here's the thing. Is that gate there to keep white men out? Or are you locked behind a gate with white men? Let me say that again. Is that beautiful $1.3 million gated property that you have to keep Tyrone out or to keep the white man out? I think that you probably behind that gate with other white folks, those white men that you said you can't stand. And this is, ladies, when y'all have women like this out here telling you white man, the white man, you be very clear. They don't live next to these people that they're powering to the people with. They're living next to the people, just like with them BLM bitches. The motherfucking bitches bought mansions and nobody Black was in that neighborhood. So if you're getting your inspiration from these bitches, be very clear. Ladies, no, this is not it. That community, that $1.3 million house is not sitting in a Black neighborhood. It's sitting in a neighborhood where she say everybody funkier than a motherfucker and smell like piss. Huh? What's happening, Aaliyah? I find that interesting.
Oh, Miss Doreen St. Félix, never heard of her before this particular incident, to be honest with you. All I gotta say is I think she's right on time because periodically, if y'all notice, a failed swirler has to rear her ugly head in time to be called bashing white men. And this happens every single time they are in fear that Black women are about to start walking away in droves. And it's usually in direct response to the shit that we put out because they have to find a way to counter the narrative that's coming from over here. And more Black women are slowly but surely coming around to seeing, because they see the same thing that we see, that more and more people are quoting us. And they can't have that. They can't have too many of y'all going around talking about dating other groups of men and leaving Black men the fuck alone. That's what they don't want to happen. That's why they got to have these mammies around to crack the whip and reel y'all back in to say, hey, white men ain't no better. All men. How about that? See, they'll rather tell you all of them fucked up than to let you move on and be happy with somebody else. See, that's how they are. Because how dare you not want to date their sons or their brothers or their cousins and all this type shit. Well, that's why my daddy, see, I'm telling y'all, it may not seem like it's relevant, but I'm telling y'all why the mammy's job is to do what she's doing, including the swirling mammies. Including swirling mammy. Because see, again, periodically, if y'all notice, every few months, one of these bitches rear they ugly ass heads And they are coming out being the exact antithesis of what we talk about. And that's done intentionally, I think. People are discovering these people to say, hey, the white men ain't no better. They ain't gonna act no better. They ain't gonna treat you no better. So basically, that's what that's about.
Time for the other shoe to drop. You see, all that passion in this tweet right here was the most telling. Okay, this is a New Yorker writer. So the fact that her grammar was off in this post let me know she was feeling it that day. This bitch is an award-winning writer, and she put been in love with a lot of men, white, pause. Okay, since none of them ever called me their girlfriend, teen movie stuff, I know, but painful. Doreen, I'm gonna have a heart-to-heart with you real quick. You want to know why your swirling relationships fail?
Hey y'all. Something must have happened. I think it was the cat. It was Iceland probably. Let's just give DZ a minute.
I know damn well. Don't tell me.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. I didn't before. I know damn well Iceland has not struck again.
Can y'all in the chat hear me and Aaliyah?
Yeah, I think they can. I know damn well Iceland has not struck again.
That was my first thought, Iceland.
She back. I think she in the studio. Let me see.
I saw her come in. That was Doreen playing games, bitch. We still dragging you, ho. Can
y'all hear me?
Yes.
Girl, listen, my goddamn laptop switched to our other internet. I got Spectrum and AT&T, and it decided that Spectrum wasn't doing its thing. We're going to connect you to a better internet. No, the drag is still on. Let me go ahead. What's the last thing y'all heard while I share my screen? Because this fixing to get real tasty.
You was about to scalp that hoe about why none of those white men claimed her ass.
Boom, let's get it. Well, Doreen, let's have a heart-to-heart real quick. Listen, the internet stopping for a second ain't gonna stop this shit. I'm gonna tell you why your swirling ass relationships didn't work. Nobody wants to sit at dinner with you and you talk to them like they're your fucking oppressor the whole time, bringing up slavery and carrying the fuck on at every goddamn meetup y'all have. The love can't form when you're guilt tripping him and his people the whole fucking time everywhere y'all go. The motherfucking fair, a restaurant, wherever, vacation, a cruise. He got to hear about how his people was enslaving your motherfucking ass, okay? Kind of like when you went to this podcast, right? And you was talking to a couple of sissies that happened to be, white boys. Y'all were getting ready to get into a conversation and you wanted to bring it right back to oppression. First thing you said, listen to her, ladies. Let's go.
Welcome, Doreen and Félix.
Hello, George.
Hi, Doreen.
Hello, Sam.
Hi. What's up? Wait, so you knew I was going to bring it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. You have a French last name.
Mm-hmm.
I have it through slavery.
Of course.
And colonization. And it's like you're in America, so you anglicize it all the time.
Right.
To make it easier for people. And then you go to college. And you learn you're supposed to reclaim your ancestry. But it's like too late to get people to start pronouncing your name the right way. So for me, it's like some days I'm like, yeah, you could say it the English way, I don't care. And then other days I'm like, I majored in African American studies. Say it the right
interesting.
Way, you know?
That's interesting.
Bitch, really? This is what you do? So I can imagine how you were at the restaurant, right? Oh, the weather is nice. Your outfit is gorgeous. Yeah, it came from a material that's only made in Africa, you know, where y'all enslaved our people. What, bitch? So be very clear. Doreen, the reason that you never ended up in the so-called girlfriend spot is because they didn't want to be like an oppressor when they was getting a little bit of that snatch. Did you hear what I said? You got to leave some of that shit at home, and it's called divestment. I'm sorry, ladies. Aaliyah, you got anything on that? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. I was just about to say something similar to that. But y'all know misery loves company. And a lot of these hoes are indeed miserable. So they want you to be miserable too. And I'm pretty sure she's probably never been able to make a relationship work with anybody. That's part of the problem. And it also doesn't help when a lot of black women think that they can take this nigga bitchery over the white
Mm-hmm.
man. It doesn't work that way. That shit is not gonna fly over there. And I've actually seen black women who will turn around and take all that pro-black shit into their relationship with a non-black man. And I'm telling y'all, please do not do that shit, ladies. It doesn't work. And I know y'all know better. That white man is not gonna want to hear that shit about white supremacy all damn day. Nor is he gonna want to ever listen to you bashing white people. And he's definitely not gonna find you bashing white women particularly attractive, even if they're not dating them. They still feel that kind of protection for their women. Like I said, niggas are the only ones that don't give a fuck who talk about y'all. They'll throw y'all up under the bus. They treasonous here. They'll get with the white women and sit down and bash y'all together. But white men just don't do that shit. And if he's a real one anyway, the majority of these motherfuckers, I ain't talking about these bitches sitting around online like they red pillars and incels. I'm talking about the real man. Unless you're dating a pussy ass white man that has blue hair, a poodle named Daisy, and he sits when he pees. In other words, a Democrat. If you dating somebody like that, then maybe yes. But if he's a real man, that shit ain't gonna fly. No way, no how.
Can I ask y'all something? Just flip it for a second. Let's just say that you found this cool ass white dude and y'all hit it off, chemistry there banging. Okay. His mother, right? She got robbed outside of a ATM one day, and it was a black dude that did it. And he sat there at dinner all night saying, why are black men like that? You know, my mom got robbed. You know, black people, they do the most robberies. Black people, they commit the most. Ain't you fixing to get up and get the fuck on? Aren't you? And here's the thing. He's talking about something that he experienced and his mama experienced firsthand. You talking about slavery and you don't know a motherfucker that's been a slave. Pull up. I'm sorry. I guess I'm bunny ruckus around this, but I got some awful men in my family. Awful. And I don't want to be held accountable for they motherfucking asses. I don't want to be held accountable for my great grandfather who was an alcoholic and used to beat on women or whatever. I don't want to be held accountable for that. The same thing goes for whoever you're dating. They don't want to be held accountable for some shit that they weren't even born for. Okay? Get your ass a therapist if you need to get that off your chest. Snapple, you got anything?
Yes, that girl is exhausting. Did she go into a diatribe about slavery just because they asked what her name is?
Yes.
I mean, she's the type of bitch, you say good morning and she will say grand rising. I don't say good morning because the slaves were not allowed to mourn in slavery.
She's just one of them bitches that has to be extra with everything because she has to feel like that sets her apart. She's so special because, you know, technically she wouldn't be considered a Black American woman. So what they do is they have to go out of their way to make sure that everybody knows that. And it's like, well, honey, in this case, we're glad because isn't she like Haitian or some shit like that? We don't want to claim you, so I'm glad that you made sure to put that distinction out there because they kill me. They want to talk this pro-Black shit and slavery and colonialism and all that shit when it suits them, but then they'll get somewhere later on and go to hollering about y'all people were slaves and we was this and we were that. You see, that's the type of shit that pisses me off about them. Okay, now you play the slavery card when it works for you. But then when you want to start talking shit about Black American people, like trying to suggest you're the most educated and we're not smart enough and all this other shit, that's when, you know, when you find a way to take digs at us at the same time, but then you want to come and claim Black American history when it suits you. That's why I didn't let Kamala Harris play in my face. Baby, you have no ties to the Jim Crow South. We're not even gonna do that. They kill me when they do that bullshit.
Isn't she gorgeous, ladies? I think Doreen is beautiful. I mean, skin set. She got some ugly pictures out here. Pull up, but you know, could have been bad angle. Who knows? But this purposeful picture that she took, this selfie, Doreen, you're gorgeous and accomplished, girl. You are an internet troll, so I'm sure at some point you're gonna see at least a snippet of this. I want you to know that you are accomplished. You are great, but you won't let yourself be great. You're going to tie yourself to oppression until the day you unalive around this bitch. And all you doing, you playing yourself, sis. You are. But hey, carry on. I hope you don't lose your job at the New Yorker because it looks bad if they keep you. Whatever. Hell, fuck yeah. This swirling ass bitch here, lady, she's in trouble. She's in trouble. Be very clear. And I don't care how much, you know, flailing she does and, you know, keeping that smart ass mouth going. Be clear. She's scared, ladies. She's scared as fuck. She has never had a mountain like this before. You know, it's oh man, I've never seen her like this before, but she's still talking shit. So before I let Aaliyah flambe her, let me tell you, this bitch here has been in so many controversies. When I was, you know, going through my cloud, I'm like, damn, another one. Damn, another one. Candace, you got to slow down, boo. You got to. Because at some point, you're going to have to look up and say, uh-oh, I need to go ahead and check myself because you are the common denominator in a lot of the bullshit that happens with you. Right? Let's go. I don't give a fuck about this. You got the right to change your mind. Whatever. You went on ahead and stabbed him in the back. Okay. And the problem is this, Candace, you've been trying to get back in good with the Black community. And you've done it over the course of a lot of years. And I'm here to tell you, they're not going to let you back in like you think they are. If it comes better from a Black man, let him tell you, let's go.
Black folks, we need to talk. If you are not Black, keep it pushing. You can stay, but be quiet. Understand this. There's not a lot of things I call on the Black community for, right? Don't y'all let Candace Owens rebrand herself. I don't give a shit. I don't care. She does not fall into the category of the rest of the Black women. Don't let Candace Owens do this again, because when Candace wants to pander to that group of people again, she will damn sure throw the Black community under the bus like she always has. And stop letting Candace throw a few Black facts in front of your face and so you can simply say, oh wow, she's spitting facts. She's not spitting facts. Because anytime she needs a leg up or a boost, she only runs to one community. She does not run to the community that she panders to. When they fired her off them networks, when she was struggling in her career, when she was facing racial discrimination, she went to one group of people. And simply because we seen a Black woman, folks supported her. I never supported her, but folks supported her. And now she's trying to say she does no longer support Trump. Okay, cool. And she said, oh, how she didn't see it and how X, Y, and Z. No. Let her sit with her tribe. Let her, she's good in MAGA. Leave her there. Please, leave her there.
Anyway, homeboy,
What's the benefit of being associated with them?
That's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. He's lying his ass off about them, you know, trying to support her because she was a Black woman. That is a goddamn lie, boy. I don't know why you said that. But Candace, that wasn't directed towards him. Niggas lie. It is what it is. I'm talking to you, bitch. You are not going to get your card back if that's what you're looking for. And I suspect that's part of what you're trying to fence it a little bit. Okay, because this is your humble beginnings right here, where you were suing frivolously for racism. Y'all need to read through that lawsuit. I did. Talking about voicemails and shit. Anyway, you standing there with the NAACP. I know what you on. You are a grifter. Okay. And you try to stay relevant by saying crazy ass shit. Here's the thing. You're going to have to back up what you're saying, boo. You got your face, government name, your kids and your husband out there. You're going to have to back it up with receipts, or you're going to end up facing what you're facing now. Right? This shit here, you got fired from the goddamn Daily Wire. Pull up. Let's keep going. You got your father-in-law having to defend his motherfucking honor because of the anti-Semitic shit you keep saying. Can we say that word out here? I guess I ought to call it AS. Semitic shit you were saying around this bitch. He's having to defend his family's honor because he has a legacy to uphold, right? Unlike you. What else the fuck we got up here, right? You getting canceled from God. Conservatives are canceling your motherfucking ass because they said that you were obsessed with fame. And I'm gonna tell you something, the shit makes sense because you stay saying crazy ass shit out your mouth. Sometimes it don't even make any fucking sense. You are, ma'am, you're turning into the black Alex Jones around this motherfucker. Huh? Let's keep going. Ladies, y'all remember when this shit happened? Candace, you got 7 million followers. Okay, we over here, little bitty, whatever. If they take this shit, guess what I'm gonna go do? I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna get me something to eat, and I'm probably gonna lick my husband on the cheek, pull up. But your situation is different, motherfucker. You got to start looking, KA, putting yourself first around this bitch. Okay, let's keep going. Girl, you a hot mess. This past year and some change, you done got banned from 2 separate countries. Candace, it's time to look on the inside for a second. Is everybody the fucking problem? Or is it you and you trying to stay relevant out here? You backstabbing people, right? You saying crazy shit. You putting your family's honor on the line. Girl, what the hell is wrong with you around this bitch? I ain't done, okay? What's up with you and home team? Huh? Why are you always up under somebody that's been accused of something goddamn degenerate when it comes to a little bit of dick and pussy? What's happening? Aaliyah, what's up? I just had to run through them real quick because this is not all of them, of course.
Of course not. But let me share something with y'all. One thing that made me so damn good at field investigation is my ability to be able to recognize manipulative conversational tactics when I hear them. Whether that's gaslighting, stonewalling, guilt tripping, you got ghosting, projection, and false bravado. See, when you listen way more than you talk, it's really easy to spot these things. And one thing I recognize more than all others is false bravado when I see it. And Candace Owens is being sued, but she doesn't fool me with her pretending to be so unbothered instead of letting people, my thing is let the receipts do the talking for you in court. Instead of her allowing that to happen, she would rather keep performing for her audience. Because no one with half a brain would think it's a wise idea to keep doing what she's doing by being antagonistic to the people who are suing her. Because I can guarantee you,
if y'all
that
don't know what
all the
Aaliyah's talking
judge,
about, she's talking about this lawsuit, lady. She's being sued by the president of France. Keep going, Aaliyah. I just want to make sure
no,
everybody knew what you was talking about.
I was just gonna say, I can guarantee you that all the judge will care about is whether or not she can prove the claim she's made. Because see, she's under the misconception that someone has to prove something to her. By the way, honey, the president of the United States that you also defamed, by the way, when you called him deranged and several other things, he has no obligation to help you after being trashed by you, and it's highly manipulative for you to try to turn your lawsuit into an attack against free speech. He owes you nothing. You have been free to say whatever you want, and nobody has stopped you. Now you can deal with the consequences of that, whatever they may be, because frankly, I would just sue you for cyberbullying and be done with it. Because all their lawyers have to do is just show the judge the thumbnail after thumbnail where you have done video after video making a mockery of them and this lawsuit and laughing and entertaining your audience at their expense. See, you made these claims. So let's see if you have enough evidence to support them and meet the standard of proof. Because from what I saw, word is there is evidence that she is a woman. I don't know how true that is, but you better pray that's not the case, because you claim that Brigitte Macron is indeed a man. And I don't care whether she is or not, actually, but clearly you do, because you made it a thing in America. And why you care so much about it is anyone's guess. But you made it an entire series about it for profit. So you need to prove the claims that you made, and everything else about their lawyer's personal life and claiming that everybody is part of all these PDF file rings and all that. You're ranting about all that shit is completely irrelevant to this case. But you can bet that everything you continue to say can and will be used against you. So my suggestion would be for you to fire your attorney now if they haven't already told you that what you're currently doing won't end well for you.
That part. Ladies, it's not worth it. Snapple, do you have anything on this? Because we getting ready to get the fucking to it, and she's in trouble, right along with Jen Pop.
Yes, it's a lot going on here, and I'm gonna need Candace to shut the fuck up, because how are you going off about PDF file rings while you simultaneously are sucking Andrew Tate's balls all the time? And now Harvey Weinstein, you're doing PR for Harvey Weinstein and victim blaming and bashing the victims and trying to make it seem, she is just, I mean, at least if you're going to be a conspiracy theories, tinfoil hat wearing ass bitch, at least have some consistency. You can't sit here and act like you want to be a champion and protect the children, but at the same time, be cozying up with people who have those similar allegations. You want to cozy up to Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? This bitch is so fucking weird and stupid. I know she was mad because President Macron was over here, yesterday in the White House with the other world leaders, and bitch, he was sitting right next to Trump. When I saw him sitting right next to Trump, I said, I know Candace is mad. Because what she wants so badly is for Trump to pull him aside and be like, look, can you and it's like, no, bitch, like you said, you're going to sit here and turn on the administration that has supported you, that has uplifted you when the blacks didn't want shit to do with you. And just like that dusty ass, slave ass nigga said on that TikTok, they not going to let you back in, bitch. So I don't know what the fuck her end game is. To me, it makes no sense. Why would you want to pander to the conspiracy theory crowd and that's it? Like, it seems like all she wants to do right now is pander to like people that are like extremely
She turning into Alex Jones. That's what she
exactly
doing.
And it's like, you literally have absolutely no credibility. You're putting yourself on an island of your own, and for what? For the tinfoil hat crew, bitch? Are you serious? And I'm so fucking glad that Vice President JD Vance and President Trump, because she called them two out by name, I'm so fucking glad they've been paying her dust. Bitch, you're not that important. I'm so glad they haven't said a tweet, a Truth Social, ain't no reporter asked about it. Then she's like, why aren't the press even asking them? Bitch, because you're fucking irrelevant. And like that person said, you obsessed with your own fucking fame. It is ridiculous. She is so fucking aggravating. And I hope she loses this lawsuit. And it's beyond calling that lady a man. It's certain things she's accusing them of that I can't even say on YouTube because of the community guidelines.
Right. Check it, y'all. This is the thing. Hold on a second, Leah, because it's some shit. I don't know what this woman is, but Candace, you don't have it. You don't have it. Remember, Candace, just because you got 7 million subscribers, that doesn't mean that you're still not a guest in other people's house. At the end of the day, you're a black woman, okay? And you're exploring the world. Good for you. But you're doing too much and you pretending like you can't be. They gonna sweep the leg, ma'am, okay? Here's the thing. They putting money into it, boo. Ladies, they got a goddamn couple of private investigators. If I was reading that correctly, she has 6 private investigators digging all in Candace Owens' booty hole. Okay. And so far, they have found a couple of dollars because Candace was pretending the other day that her and her husband was broke. Okay. Y'all, this shit funny as hell. This is so far what the private investigator done found. Let's go.
And this lawsuit, we got an estimate this weekend from a legal team. It is going to cost us millions. I don't have that money. I really don't. If they don't drop this at some point, blah, 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 here's how much it's going to cost you just to get through the deposition phase. How much it's going to cost you to go all the way through. And they are estimating $5 million. It's like a lot of money. And we do not have that money just laying around. So I thought we could actually sell some t-shirts. I just picture people wearing this like at the grocery store, like walking by each other, and like we know what it means, like hashtag free Emmanuel. It's like subtle enough. I really like this, free Emmanuel. You're going to see somebody wearing a t-shirt and be like, we know what's up. We know what's going on in France. Somebody rescue Emmanuel Macron. I'm not kidding. The estimate is millions of dollars.
They done found all of your goddamn properties. everything that has your name attached to it. And also, word on the curb is your husband is trying to separate you and his assets because he also thinks you're going to lose this lawsuit, ma'am. Why? Ladies, do you see the difference between black male swirlers and black female swirlers? Black female swirlers always got to keep their ass in some shit. These niggas, the most you going to get is, hey, Black Lives Matter, and then they going to go tongue down a moon-faced Becky. Not black women. They got to go and do 50 million tweets. They got to act a fucking fool and be Sister Soldier around this bitch, Winter Soldier around this motherfucker. Boots on the ground, slapping fans all over the fucking place. Bitch, Aaliyah, what was you gonna say? My bad.
No, I was just about to say, you see how she's still making a mockery of this situation by selling t-shirts and everything. Okay, so you still antagonizing these people. Like I said, she's doing video after video after video. This whole I will not be silenced crap. I'm gonna speak my mind. I have freedom of speech. Okay, well, you keep right on going then. My thing is, can somebody please explain to me what the hell her obsession is with that woman in particular and what her gender is? Why does she care? What is the point? So let's just say she is a man. Then what? What does that have to do with anything? I'm just confused. Like, what does that?
I was just gonna say, put yourself first. If it doesn't benefit you, if it's not going to change your life for the better, ladies, leave it the fuck alone. Being heard, it has its ups, I guess, but it definitely has its downs. It's not as important to be heard than for you to be safe, right? Have a place to stay, not get ostracized from society. And right now is the worst time to be trying this let me be heard shit because everybody already heard you.
I will say this, the fact that she's going on and on about this will give them one hell of a case for cyberbullying. Although I don't think that's the route they're going. I think that they're going after defamation. I don't know about that, but I do know that if they went after cyberbullying, it wouldn't matter if she's really a man or not, because they've given her every opportunity to reverse course at this point, and she wants to talk about game on, you met your match, I'll see you in court, and all this other stuff. Oh, when you get to talking all big and bad, like I said, if it really was like that, sweetie, you would let your receipts do the talking for you, because this is litigation now. That's why I said, what the fuck kind of lawyer do you have that they have told you, look, this is way above us now. Maybe you should not be talking so much on social media. That's what a lawyer would advise you to do. So let's just hope that you can back up what it is that you're saying and that you actually, my thing is this. If you better win this case, because if you lose, you're supposed to be finished. Notice I said supposed to be, but there's a lot of people still sucking your dick from the back in this space, even when you're wrong. But you just can't accuse somebody of something and then say, well, you have to prove to me that you aren't that. That's not how that works, honey. When you accuse somebody of something, the burden of proof falls on you, the accuser. Huh?
She's accusing her of unaliving a family member, a couple of them.
Exactly.
And then stealing their identity. She's accusing her of identity theft, the M word, the I word. Like I said, if we was behind the wall, I could just lay it out. But it's so outlandish that there's no way she's winning this case. And I know Ben Shapiro must be somewhere laughing with his popcorn. All she had to do was sit her ass there and do her Daily Wire segment and be normal. But she couldn't. She had to disrespect Ben Shapiro and get herself fired. And she's been spiraling ever since.
And she's been going up against this man is a sitting president in another country, and she's attacking his spouse. Like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs about those people's relationship. She tried to pivot and make it about what age she was when she got with him. Again, none of her business, and I'm trying to see what's the relevance to any of that. But I will say this. In legal terms, he who asserts must prove. So if she said all of that, Snapple, like I said, she probably should fire her lawyer immediately. Judge Janine, am I lying?
Here's the thing, Candace. You worried about that motherfucking woman being a dude, right? You're going to end up buying that woman or dude a brand new, wetter, tighter pussy. You keep it the fuck up, right? You're gorgeous as well, Candace. But I done seen you when you up under some stress and you're testifying. It don't look so good. You look like you look like you clean and make some real.
Right.
She looked like she made some bomb ass collard greens right there, bitch. She looks like she make a soul food plate that is out of this motherfucking world. I'm talking about pig knuckles, goddamn yams with too much motherfucking sugar in it, a sweet tea on the side, huh? Cheesy ass macaroni and cheese, no pun intended, since you're getting sued by the Macrones. Pull up. You are in trouble, ma'am. You finally done fucked up, home team. Hey, I can't wait to see where this goes. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
But you have a point, DZ.
Did you
You
say
see,
macaroni and cheese? I'm sorry, Snap.
no, the guys, like you said, the Kangs, they swirl and they go over and they live their lives and they just dog out black women every now and then. But you know, dogging black women ain't really gonna get you in trouble. And
Right.
then you get these black women swirlers and they just can't just live their lives and swirl and shut the fuck up. They gotta be social justice warrioring. They gotta be loud and wrong. It's just y'all swirling mammies. Y'all really letting these ashy IEP having ass niggas that can't read out loud. Y'all letting them out chest y'all. Like, that's crazy to me. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
I'm glad you said IEPs because, ladies, I told you to stay to the end. Okay. Auntie hat on, internet mom hat on. Okay. Everything in different variations that has been said over here on this platform. And mammies, don't exit the building because it's not going to affect the ladies that's in my chat that support us. It's going to affect you. You have a bunch of kids, right? You got a son that's out here playing stick up kid and, you know, doing these teen takeovers and that type of stuff. I'm not talking about food stamps today because you're already feeling that pinch. I'm talking about something completely different. Let me take her down because listen, y'all noticed, right, that I'm skipping the news segment because this is a whole lot more important. I was going to show y'all a judge, a black woman judge, because you public enemy number one. They did some stats on her and they noticed that she was acquitting a whole bunch of black men that had felonies. So now she's up under investigation. They're reviewing all your paperwork, babes. They're reviewing all of your paperwork. But anyway, so y'all know my sister's a teacher in Atlanta, okay, high school. And I brought this to her attention and she's like, yeah, that happened. It's happening at my school. I'm like, oh shit. All right. Get your kids together. If your child does not have a disability or ADHD or whatever, and you're pretending that they have it so they can get away with bad behavior, you better knock it the fuck off. If you're doing it for a social security check, because yes, if y'all didn't know, those diagnoses come with social security benefits. And I know what you bitches will do for benefits. Y'all did a lot with them PPP loans and all that other shit. So a mammy is having a meltdown about what she heard, and I verified with my sister. Let's go.
Our autistic babies are in trouble. Our babies with ADHD learning disabilities are in a grave amount of danger. And if you, as a mother or father, even someone who is taking care of a loved one that is in elementary school that possesses a learning disability, I need you to pay attention, hear me loud, share with a friend, because this is very important information. There are elementary school teachers on this app sounding the alarm about how educators are coming to them with elementary school classes, asking them to point out the children that are not learning at the same pace as everyone else, might be on an IEP or need additional help, and point out the children they feel as though will not graduate high school. This is insane because once those teachers, elementary school, mind you, not even kids that are in fourth grade and under, once elementary school teachers point out those individual children, they will be removed from general education and put into alternative school that does not teach them curriculum and only life skills. They want anyone with a disability to be removed from class in elementary school, and they will never be able to graduate. Like, they will never be able to get a high school diploma because of elementary school, because they might learn differently. That's insane. If you don't know anything about the prison and how they look at test scores to determine where to build prisons, I want you to know this is going to be the prison from elementary school direct pipeline. They are looking to see where to build prisons and where to weaponize environmental racisms. And who knows if our children that look like me have disabilities and they look like me. They will be removed. This is insane. And y'all need to wake the fuck up now. Now.
I got a life hack for you, mammy. Tell your kids to stop committing crimes, and I can promise you they won't end up in what you call that pipeline, okay? Ladies, if y'all pretending like y'all kids got hyperactivity disorder, okay, just so that the school can only suspend them for 10 days, a year, you might want to go ahead and pull them up out of that program, okay? She was kind of half truthful there when she said they won't be able to graduate. When they pull these kids out, you got this tea here first, pull up, okay? Because I need to correct some shit. When they pull them up out of there, they're going to put them on a trajectory for a trade, okay? See, in the Black community, they like to pretend like all the children are going to be astronauts, engineers, doctors, lawyers, so on and so forth. No, actually what's happening is that they're putting them where their grades say they should be, right? Where they're testing out to. Maybe your son that won't sit the fuck down somewhere would make a decent plumber. You see how that shit works? But yeah, it's on, ladies. Be very clear. If you don't believe what I'm saying to you, why don't you look around you and see that they closed off that goddamn, what is it called? What is the name of that fucking program where badass kids go learn some shit?
Oh, Job Corps.
Job Corps. They got rid of that because they're not going to need it anymore. Right, Snapple, they're not going to need that anymore because of what's coming up next. There's a lot of shit coming up next. And Aaliyah behind the wall brought up a goddamn good point. Okay. And Aaliyah, I know you're going to say it, so I'm going to let you have it when it comes to these goddamn kids.
Well, I mean, my thing is, I'm just glad they're not allowing them to sit up there and disrupt the classroom and keep the other children from learning. If you know that this child is going to be problematic just go ahead and skip all that and go ahead and pull them out. And my thing is, we talked about this behind the wall. We told y'all where they stood, where education went and all of that. We told y'all your kids can't read. The math skills are not up to par. The science skills are not up to par. But again, this is the shit that nobody wanted to hear because they've been telling them that they don't need school and all this other shit. So now y'all talking about, worried about y'all kids going to college since when? Because a lot of y'all running around here have not been concerned about this at all, that your children have been not only learning more, they have not been learning shit. They've been at school all day with cell phones looking at their crotches all day, and they ain't been learning a goddamn thing and cursing the teacher out and jumping up, knocking the teachers out cold when she tried to take the Nintendo Switch. See, this is what they've been spending their time in these classrooms doing, and then y'all get upset and run up there and want to beat the teacher the fuck up. And now y'all are mad because now they're just pulling them out and saying, hey, we're not finna deal with this. We just gonna put them over here where we think that they'll be better suited at. But when we talked about this behind the wall, and I said, look, these folks ain't ready. The math skills ain't there. The science skills ain't there. Didn't nobody want to hear that. You got an attitude and you got up in your feelings. Guess what? They tested them nationally, and it's just as I fucking said. Math, science, all of it fucked up. Just like I said, you're not ready. But when I said they were screwing Gen Z and Gen Alpha by telling them they didn't need school, here we go.
Check it, ladies. That's your babies. I got something else for you, for your teenage sons and your daughters, because they acting a fucking fool, just like them. Where did this come from? Black women are turning into the new black men. Oh, that was circa 2021. Right here on this very platform. Ladies, this one is gonna be a doozy, okay? Damn, I don't even know how to put this shit. Y'all know what public defenders are, okay? Y'all know that funds are drying up everywhere, and that's on purpose. Funds are being removed, all right? It's already hit national that fund that public defenders come from, right, for federal cases, is dried the fuck up. There's no more money. Couple of paychecks done got missed by those attorneys. Here's a white woman. Apparently she got some crazy ass people in her family because she seems worried about it. Let's go.
Here's your bad news for today. As of this week, July 7th, the Criminal Justice Act panel, which is the group of attorneys who act as court-appointed attorneys for defendants in the federal courts who cannot afford attorneys on their own. The whole Miranda rights thing, you have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you by the government. The funds have dried up. Those attorneys are no longer being paid. Your right to a defense attorney is gone, unless the kind hearts of those court-appointed attorneys will do it for free. But the government is supposed to be paying for it, and those funds are gone, and there is no plan to get them rolling again. So we have lost our Miranda rights.
Ladies, when I tell you it starts off national and it starts rolling out to states, when I warned these mammy ass bitches about that shit rolling down with them food stamps, again, I got called fucking crazy. Ladies, they are so willing to not believe me that I saw one bitch write in a comment section that I was AI. I'm looking at the chat. I am some sort of AI, and I'm programming people. But look, the shit is happening. I don't give a fuck if I am a robot. D. The shit is fucking happening around this bitch. Okay. So when the shit rolls to the states, and your son or your daughter cannot get a public defender, well, it's gonna be time to pick up some overtime, because you're gonna have to pay for that attorney. Okay. And if you think motherfuckers are lying, there's the article right in front of you. There have been several written about it. That fund is dried up, and the money that they get federally for the states, for those public defenders on the state level, is gone as well. The states are operating on their local taxes to pay these attorneys. Pull up.
You know that they're going to try to blame Trump for this, but it's like, okay, hold on a minute. They were spending a whole lot of money on the illegals, on the hotels and flights and shit. So they don't have money for the defense attorneys. That's just real interesting to me. But hey, don't commit crime.
Right, Snapple, cruises and all that shit, and brokey and all that shit. Okay, I want to hear you now. Shit is real, and I promise you, I wasn't trying to be a goddamn fearmonger. Can I get? Am I a fearmonger? Aaliyah, did I fearmonger all these years?
No, we have not, because it's a lot of stuff that we talk about that behind the scenes that are not even a part of the live streams. And I think we're gonna have to have a talk about our job outlook and where we're headed with this, because these resumes are worse than ever. A lot of these employers are seeing now that a lot of you cannot read or write and you don't have the skills that you claim you have. They're finna start back testing so they can see exactly who knows what now at this point, because the people in HR and a lot of these organizations now are saying they have never seen as many resumes with as many misspelled words as they are seeing now. This is, I'm telling y'all, it's worse than what you think it is. And y'all sitting up here, y'all ain't even trying to send these kids to college. Y'all telling them they don't need it. I don't know what the fuck you think the future is gonna look like when you don't produce any doctors or engineers, but you want to complain about the HB1B visas, and we talked about this. You're not. Let me hush.
It's just going to do what we said it was going to do behind the wall. The ladies behind the wall know exactly what's going to happen with doctors' offices, right? Lawyers, you see it right here. You won't have access. When I said you were being ostracized from society, that's what the fuck I meant. Okay, your sons use the most public defenders out of any group per capita, and that money's gone. Tell him to get his life together. I know you won't. You'll just go and say that we some bed wenches and talk about who black men prefer. They prefer a lawyer, bitch. They ain't looking for no light skins no more. They looking for a lawyer because the public defender's gone.
They probably the ones that depleted the system. They committing so many damn crimes and having to use all these public defenders all the time for their asses. They fucking shock the system. They won't stop committing crimes. And somebody in the chat said Trump said he's doing a new crime bill. Yes, the fuck he did. I heard it out his own mouth. Yes, he did say that. So good luck.
It's on, ladies. We're retreating back behind the wall. You know where to find us. The door is wide the fuck open. Y'all please be safe. Enjoy your tacos, and we the fuck up out of here. Huh? I ain't gonna close with my song tonight. Let me find something stupid to put up here. Shane, I'm gonna honor you since you're amazing. Y'all remember this? This is a throwback, right? Vintage DZ panel.
Get your raggedy ass in the fucking shower. It's after 10 o'clock.